Day 36 of 1,461 days of ignoring the Trump administration. I'm not a self-help guru, just here to help myself. A little break in our regular programming today because I do want to talk about something that is in the news, even though I've told you not to do that because it is very much in line with what we're trying to achieve here. The governor of Maine, Janet Mills, when threatened by Donald Trump to have her federal funding taken away if she did not comply with one of his executive orders, she said, "See you in court." And boy, oh boy, that triggered him. He does not like that, especially coming from a woman. And what is not being reported about that is, as he said that, threatened her, and she told him, "See you in court," and he said, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah." She mouthed the word asshole, and you could completely see it. And what I'm trying to say is, we don't want to be walking around calling people assholes to their face, but when you're the governor of Maine and the president's right there threatening you, well, then that's a time to call someone an asshole. And like I've said all along, my main beef with Donald Trump is that it's just a big fat dick. Policy's policy. I'm not into what he's trying to do to this country for sure. But at the end of the day, as a New Yorker who grew up with this guy in our lives for many, many, many years before he got into politics, he's always just been a douche, a dick. And as Janet Mills, the governor of the great state of Maine, which I have been to, an asshole. He certainly is a giant red prolapsed asshole. And so I believe that she will see him in court. And I also do believe that other governors and other elected officials will start to stand up against this big fat douchebag. And while that's happening, again, we will go back to what we are doing here, which is number one, do not pay attention to every little bit of whatever they are doing because they're going to do it whether we pay attention to it or not. It is our job to stay positive, to stay mindful, to stay optimistic, and protest in a way that is about putting out positive energy into the world around us so that those who are not as fortunate as us to be so strong and so mindful and so optimistic are able to feed off of our positive vibes. And two, with this reclaimed time that we have by not paying attention and ignoring the Trump administration, we use that time to benefit ourselves and make our lives better and buy gloves with fingers and buy gloves that aren't 18 years old that are fraying, because that is a thing that benefits our life and makes our life better. So once again, sorry for the diversion, but I just had to. And if you don't know about this story about Janet Mills of the great state of Maine, please go look it up. And for now, keep on ignoring the Trump administration.